Alrighty. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day out there. Making sure my connection is good with YouTube because it seems to be lagging just a tad. There we go. Alright. Hey everyone, welcome back. There's some breaking news happening right now, so I'm a minute late here, but I wanted to talk to you guys, hope you guys are all having a wonderful day here today. It was Fed rate day. The Fed did exactly what we wanted it to do. Everything is good. Unfortunately, the Bitcoin technicals still had their way with how Bitcoin ended up today. But we're going to be talking about that and how I still think Bitcoin's good over the next few months, which I think is going to be fantastic as we head into Q4 for the, time for the holidays. I think what's the next holiday coming up? There's Thanksgiving coming up. There's Halloween coming up. There's some stuff coming up over the next few months. Regardless, let's give Loki his little daily treat here. You can see he's very excited. I don't know if he'll come all the way over. Yeah, good boy. Yep. Yeah. All right. So happy to see all of you guys in here. Let's just start with the breaking news that's not even cryptocurrency related. I was just on CNBC and it just popped up on my screen here. So we're going to look at the news article from CNBC, and then we're going to go through X to kind of see what people are talking about because it is trending right now, which is going to make this thing a little bit more confusing, I would say. So let's go right over here. There we go. ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel Live off air indefinitely over Charlie Kirk comments. I had no idea what he said, so we're just going to read this story, then kind of go straight to X and see what's going on, and then we'll hop right on over to cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. I'm going to go fast through this, go through the interest rate stuff, crypto stuff, then we'll come back over here down the road. I'll probably actually just start off with the ABC stuff. The CNBC stuff. So ABC News said is pulling the Jimmy Kimmel Live show off the air indefinitely after controversial comments by its host about the slain conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Kirk was killed last week in a shooting while speaking at a Utah college. What did he say? Let's see. What did he say? Oh, it's breaking news, so no. I wonder what he said. I have no idea what he said. He's always been very political, though, so I wouldn't be surprised. It's trending #1 on X right now, and I bet there's a whole bunch of cops just shot in Pennsylvania as well. So there's some crazy stuff happening right now. We'll come back to it in a little bit here, and then we'll kind of hone in on what's going on there. But hey, Lisa, happy to see you. Hey, Kay, happy to see you as well. As far as the interest rates and what's going on there, everybody, it was a really good day for us. I know we're talking about a whole bunch of stuff in terms of, how would I want to put this? Bitcoin's not going up and stuff like that. Trust me, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But what have we been talking about? Bitcoin is bearish on the weekly charts, and that makes it just a little bit harder to get to that really big oomph. Why do you guys think I was so surprised yesterday when Bitcoin was popping off? I was like, damn, I did not see this coming at all. And all of a sudden, we're back to where we started, which kind of sucks. But let me just read the 5 takeaways here because I do think all of these are important, and they're really, really going to help us out over the next few months. Like I said earlier, Q4 is going to be great. While the rate reduction was no surprise, there was plenty of intrigue over what the dot plot of individual members' expectations would show for the future. The upshot, the 2 more cuts this year, another in 2026, and 1 more in 2027, all of which would take the funds rate down to around 3%, which the median forecast of the committee sees as neutral. Markets weren't sure what to make of it all. An initial rally on the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost a little steam, but the blue chip index still closed up 260 points. However, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq both posted losses, and the Treasury market yields were lower on the short end but higher for the longer maturities, a potential problem for the Fed as it tries to avoid stagflation. We're already in stagflation, right? At least some of the confusion may have come from Powell characterizing the rate move as a risk management cut. On top of that, while the FOMC indicated a rapid pace of cutting this year, with moves at the 2 remaining meetings in October and December, there's no meeting in November, it anticipates just 1 reduction in each of the next 2 years and no cuts in 2028. Again, when reality hits, they're forced to change. Remember, they didn't even want to cut at all over the next few months, but because they had policy set too restrictive, all of a sudden the market is like, okay, well, if you're going to keep it restrictive, we got to lay off people. The economy's slowing down, whatever. All of a sudden the Fed has to fix itself. They're late, right? So it's going to be interesting. But the meeting began with a strong whiff of politics as new governor Stephen Miran attended his first meeting after being sworn in on yesterday. However, Powell gave little indication of the tension in the air. The only way for any voter to really move things around is to be incredibly persuasive, and the only way to do that is in the context of which we work is to make really strong arguments based on the data and understanding of the economy. That's really all that matters, and that's how it's going to work, right? So he tried to persuade him, didn't really work. Now, those wanting just one more cut this year lost narrowly by 10-9 margin, so it looks like we're going to have 2 rate cuts this year. We may only have one if inflation is spiking out of control or something like that, but again, we'll have to wait and see how that comes. As far as the market's concerned, my portfolio today is down 0.25%. The group one is up 2% today. I'm not sure what's taking that up, but something is skyrocketing today. I don't know what it is. 24 hours. What's skyrocketing today? No. All of the tokens that we have besides Bitcoin, because of course, altcoins and interest rates, all of the altcoins that we have, every single one is positive today. Every single one. So yeah, this is why the diversity, the group portfolio safe is kind of nice. Look at that. Woo! What is specifically zooming up right now though? Last hour. BNB is up. SEI is up. No, there's nothing going crazy today. Yeah, all right. I'll take that one. Fartcoin is up 7% today. Yowza. Now we're only down 18%, which is pretty nice. And then we have the high risk portfolio. That's up 3% today. We're almost back to being neutral. Crypto's actually moving pretty well. Bitcoin maybe not, but altcoins doing pretty well so far. At least the ones that I bought, which, you know, is all I care about right now. As far as what we're expecting later on this year, 87% chance we have a Fed rate cut in October, and another 87% chance we have one in October, and 80% we have one in December, which I think is very good for us right now. So we can be expecting more rate cuts in the future. Okay. Hey, Haram, happy to see you, and hey, Crypto BA3, yeah, BA3, happy to see you guys. Sorry for the Russian here today. I'm kind of like pizzazzy. I didn't get much sleep last night. I woke up this morning. My neighbor started doing woodwork in the morning, like at 7 o'clock, and you guys know I normally wake up at 10 o'clock. I was just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So I woke up and I didn't get any sleep, so I'm kind of buzzy. I was going to try to go slow today, but then my momentum was shifted because I saw the news of ABC pulling the Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air for a minute, which was just very surprising. Now, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, again, we're still bearish here. It's not the end of the world. I just don't like to buy into these bearish momentum cycles. I've already been buying, as you guys know, for months and months and months. I don't need to really buy much more. So I'm basically just being patient and seeing how all of this is going to play out. From the technical way, again, long term, we're still strong and we're still very, very good. I expect us to have a fantastic October. That's only 13 days away, right? I expect us to do very, very well in October. So expecting a breakout. The short term is what I'm more concerned about, if we're going to have more volatility come down and whatnot, and kind of see what happens there. The daily chart's still bullish here. We're seeing a little bit of like, you know, crossover and stuff like that, or overboughtness, but not, I would say, like not really bad levels, you would say. And we're both above the 20 and the 50. I don't think we're going to really have to care too much about that golden cross. I mean, it can do a little bit, but golden cross hasn't normally been my favorite type of thing to be looking at. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Right now, if you think we have a golden cross, the last time we had a golden cross when we weren't oversold, like way over here, you know, we were really nasty on the metrics, you know, all it did was just bring us right back up to the level of resistance, almost like a lower high, basically, then move us down. I guess technically we could do the same exact thing here, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'd rather us just break out and go to all-time highs, right? As far as everything else, I think we're still doing good. Last 24 hours, you got stuff up quite a bit, 12%, 3%, 5%, whatever. It's solid, right? You also got a bunch of stuff down, but the stuff that's down over the last 7 days, it's been up a little bit here. This is gold, which is its own thing. This is a little bit of financial, which is its own thing. And these are just a couple cryptocurrencies over here that are down like, what, 0.3%, 2%, 5%. You know, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Over the last 7 days, you've seen a lot of stuff kind of boom here. Some of these things that, you know, we talk about all the time, like you guys hear me, I mean, Pump Fund over the last 7 days is up 44%. I have Aradigm Finance. You guys know that. That's up 17%. Dogecoin is up 15. Monero is up 12. BNB is up 10. All right. So we're seeing some solid moves here, which I think are very, very good. And it's helping out our portfolios a little bit more too. But overall, dude, guys, we're pretty good today. This is going to be a little bit of a different stream because there's some news happening right now. You can see Bitcoin taking off a little bit right now, which I think is good. I also did put up a new video today. It's actually taking off better than I expected it to be. I think if I go over to my thing, it'll have like little fireworks. Now, it only has like 200 views. It's not like it's going crazy, but it's better than a lot of my videos. Right now, my last popular video only had 137 views. This one has 222. So I'm going to get with this one. I'm going to see how this one performs. I may do more videos like this. My goal is to put 3 indicators together that work, make a trading strategy for you guys that you guys can use. Then after I do a few that have 3, then I'll add some that have 4, then 5, then 6. That way you can really let the indicators do most of the work for you. But I still want you guys to be able to do like, what is a resistance level? What is a order blocking? I want you guys to know those simple things too. Excuse me. All right. But Bitcoin is booming right now, which is very nice. We'll take off the oscillators. We're going to chill for a little bit here today, guys. My brain is really frazzled right now. I think I'm just really tired. But I wanted to make this stream. I thought about not streaming tonight, but I was like, it was the Fed day. Of course I have to stream because there was just so much stuff. And then when the news broke, I was like, let's talk about that too. So big news right now. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Let me zoom in a little bit. I see Jimmy Kimmel, York County, and Melania. Let's start off with Melania, then go up because Melania token is connected to Melania somewhat. Somebody needs to put a new light bulb on Melania. That is fucking hilarious. She's probably looking down at the dogs or something like that. Oh no, I don't know. She's just looking down. That is hilarious. That is freaking hilarious. This evening, the King and Queen welcome President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump to state banquet held in their honor at Windsor Castle. Damn. She knows how to wear an outfit. Damn. All right. Now, hey Marcel, happy to see you as well. Hopefully you're having a good day. Bitcoin's doing well. My portfolio is doing well. I contacted a bunch of exchanges today, or the managers of exchanges I work with. And it amounted to, I think, like 5 exchanges. We'll have to see if all of them do it. But I am going to see if I can open up some copy trading accounts for you guys. And I'm going to do one strategy, and I'm going to see if it works well. And then if it works well, I'll let you guys know about it. And then I'll start doing more, trades and stuff live, which will be kind of fun. It's just usually when the buy signal happens, it's usually like before this stream or after the stream. But I'll let you guys know what I'm thinking, I guess. And I have a new strategy coming out for you guys, I believe, on Saturday or Sunday. Let's say Sunday. Let's say Saturday. I'm going to try to do strategies on Saturdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. Thursday being a very simple one. I'm going to see if I can keep this schedule going. And we'll see. I have to make a new schedule. Today's was a more advanced tutorial. But after that, we have York County. This seems to be a sad story. I looked at that just for a second. 3 Pennsylvania officers killed in a warrant shooting. New York. So they were looking to arrest somebody, and they got killed. Multiple officers have been shot in York County, PA. Per preliminary reports, 3 have been shot. At least 1 is being medevaced. Their conditions are unknown. Pray for these officers and their families. They should have probably had more. That's crazy for... Damn, people are fucking going crazy. Yeah, I can't cover this stuff. People get too crazy on X. Their real soul comes out, you know what I mean? They just have so much hate. The only time you're going to see me pissed off on X is if, like, the Seahawks are losing. So, quite a bit. So Jimmy Kimmel canceled. Here's a clip about Charlie Cook's death that led to Jimmy Kimmel being pulled from 32 ABC stations. I'm not going to play it. CBS cancels Stephen Colbert. ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Fallon moving forward. Let's see. What did he say, though? Let's see. I guess we'll listen to it again. But this is some big news here. Let's see. Oh, line that, yeah, who's MAGA? Yeah, he wasn't MAGA. I don't know. Looks like there's just going to be some big news for the next few hours. We'll have to pan out. We'll have to see how it works out. And hey, Vegas Snipe, happy to see you guys. And hey, Bill Shum, happy to see you. GVC to you too. Let me move this over here very fast. If you guys have any questions, feel free. My brain is pretty much fried right now, so I know this won't be a longer stream, but I wanted to talk to you guys and share my thoughts about what was happening in the market today. So while I still have grasp of my mental faculties, Let me take a sip of water with some electrolyte powder in it. Let me just kind of share my thoughts. Okay. Now, I mean, I shared this with the members a few days ago, so most of you guys already know this, but now that we have the rate cut, we kind of know a little bit more information. This is great for cryptocurrency and stocks. I know they're not necessarily booming to all-time highs right now, but this is what we needed, plus the signal that they're going to cut 2 more times by the end of the year. This gives us the juice we need to have a rally at least until late Q4. Okay, so right now, I've dollar cost averaged a bunch of cryptocurrencies, whether they're small caps, medium caps, large caps, mega caps, whatever. I bought on a lot at this point. I'm still dollar cost averaging when I see opportunities, so when the market kind of takes a dip and stuff like that. But I've kind of in a mode right now where I don't feel the need to just buy 20 bucks of this coin every 2 weeks or something like that. I'm waiting to see if we have any drops, and then I'm going to buy them there. One of the things that's concerning me right now is that we are going to probably not continue to cut rates in January, right? And so I think the market may stagnate for a while before going a little bit higher. If you guys recall last year when we started off this rate cut cycle, I believe we started it over in October, right? Yeah, right over here. And you could see how we were rallying up during that cycle. But the moment Jerome Powell came out and said, hey, we're not going to be cutting rates anymore, we came down for a good amount of time. There was a lot of just pausing, right? And at this moment in time, the dot plot also says that they're only expecting to have 1 rate cut next year. Now, if the economy gets worse, there will be more rate cuts. But as of now, they're saying only 1 rate cut. So my thing is, I think that over the next few months, Bitcoin can have a really big boost. You can see typically when we break above these, these huge Fibonacci resistance levels, Bitcoin can move 45% up with large amounts of volume and stuff. And there's circumstance here, right? That next move is 67%, 65%. If we go up another 40% or something like that, we're still around $150,000. So I'm going to be selling into this rally that happens in Q4 quite heavily. And one of the reasons is I don't know if it's going to be the perfect altcoin season like we had in 2021, but I expect a lot of our altcoins to just freaking tear and make us a good chunk of cash for holding for months and, if like me, sometimes years. And one of the things that we've been talking about here when it comes to technical analysis and all the coins that I hold, you guys know that there are coins that I hold that I'm making really good returns on them. They're amazing. I also have tons of coins out there that are still down 20, 30, 40% because my average is just too high. And as the price of the asset kept on coming down, I just said, you know what, I'm not going to continue to dollar cost average. I'm just going to wait because eventually whenever altcoin season happens, it'll eventually spike above my average and I'll still be able to sell for a profit. And I just don't want to commit too much capital to them right now. All right. So everything is working fine as planned. The hiccup right now, while everybody is very concerned, and just kind of like the choppiness that we're seeing, is just from that weekly momentum causing us a little bit of anguish. That weekly momentum making us think, oh yeah, okay, maybe we're not just going to boost up to the heavens automatically. But that's okay. As long as you guys have some type of assets, you should be good over the next few months. You should be able to be happy with your money and whatnot. And one of the things I've been doing here is I've been making tutorials for you guys to help you understand different ways to trade and different ways to make money in the market. Now, I like to swing trade, but I also am coming out with a day trading strategy on Saturday. And this day trading strategy, I mean, it's really solid. The only thing is you might get 1 or 2 signals a day. So it's not perfect in giving you guys like 1,000 signals. But when the signal hits, oh, it's a beautiful thing. And you can kind of mix it with other indicators and trading strategies that we've done together. And you can really work in a nice strategy. But that's for another day. Maybe I'll make a 20 indicator strategy one day that's 100% accurate. I have to figure out what that would be first. So I'm still really optimistic about this market. Technical wise, long term, we're still great. Medium term, that's where I'm kind of, what's going to happen there. And then short term, we're doing okay. But again, you're seeing altcoins really take the gains right now. You're seeing the Bitcoin dominance down about 1% right now, which is pretty nice for us to see. Altcoins are really gaining back some of that ground. But you see Bitcoin's very close to all-time highs. All great. you go down the list of what, other types of assets out there. Let me go to the monthly chart. Most tokens are not close to all-time highs. Ethereum is pretty close. That's Bitcoin, though. We got the ETFs and stuff like that. Solana, pretty close. Big mega caps, right? Once you start going over here to Dogecoin, we're at 28 cents. It's working. We're still pretty far away from 76 cents, obviously, but it's working, right? But we're pretty far. We have to move like another 40-something% to do that. How much is that? No, maybe more. That's definitely more than that. 180%. My bad. WIF token, very far away. Bonk, far away. Miro, yeah. Baby Doge, yeah. Right? But if I'm looking at Baby Doge, I'm like, this thing has been able to hold support. If I don't have any of this yet, and I'm thinking, okay, what if it just goes back up to the highs up here? Well, how much is that? That's around 200%. I could toss a couple $100 in that and see where it goes, and maybe even with leverage if you have time for it, right? There's Book of Meme, Sheep, a lot of stuff is just taking its sweet time, and those are the opportunities that you guys can still take before we start to have some of these larger moves in Q4, right? So it just depends. Now, for me, I'm looking for stuff that's usually been doing a little bit better, but I already owns this stuff. Like Ape Token, my average for Ape Token is like over here somewhere, right? I haven't been buying this thing for months, like really since like 2024. And because of that, my average isn't down here like maybe some people's is. However, during altcoin season, I think we can have a breakout. I think we can at least get back up here to $6. So, let's say not even 6, let's just say $4. That's still 229% profit return. So that's the way I'm kind of approaching the market right now. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way for me to be doing this right now. Plus, just using trading strategies and stuff like that. It'll be great. I'm excited to show you guys the one for Saturday. I've been doing mine, and they've been bringing in views. Some have died off because they weren't necessarily crazy exciting, but what I just got access to was a great little tool that YouTube has where I can now do A/B split testing on titles, which is going to make this very confusing for you guys. I'm sorry, but this is like how YouTube is moving. So I get to test a thumbnail with a title, a thumbnail with a title, a thumbnail with a title. So all of these will take you to the same video, but depending on when you guys see these throughout the day, it's going to tell me whether you guys were more likely to click on this one, or this one, which is going to be very, very interesting for me. But the analytics for this one, we're doing great. We're going higher than normal. My last video, the stochastic one, this one is slow. It's still grinding, though. It's getting more views right now on search, which is good. Already has 2 subscribers. Evergreen content usually takes a minute to kick in, but it's getting more views. You can see the line kind of creeping up subtly. And then Super Trend plateaued a little bit, but maybe starting to pick up again. We'll have to see. I got 7 subscribers out of that, which is nice. So people are enjoying them. I think the issue is, as you guys know, I'm just not somebody who makes really flashy, pizzazzy videos. So it'll take a little bit of a different type of viewer to like those types of content, right? But I think the more educated ones who really want to trade and be quit their job types, they're more likely to watch those videos, right? That's why a lot of you guys watch me for like this type of stuff. But I mean, I know a lot of you guys watch my friends out there too. Tom Crown, Crypto Life are all good guys. Mark, Crypto Face, solid guys. All right. So we'll see how all that goes. And hey, J Mark, happy to see you. Hope you're doing well. Fitz just got here. Hey, happy to see you too. Mattis, when Lambos happen in Q4. That's the way I'm thinking about it right now. I think as soon as he says that there's no more rate cuts happening in like December or whatnot, I think the gravy train's over for a minute. So I'm going to sell a large amount of my cryptocurrency during that time frame, and then I'll wait and see. And one of the reasons I'm coming to this conclusion just a tad is I don't believe at this time, because the economy is still moving along and inflation is still controllable, I don't think the economy will go into like a dip, or we're going to go into a 2022 type of craziness, right? With a high inflation and things like that. So what's interesting to me right now is if I go over here to the weekly chart, let me get rid of this, and I pull these moving averages off. You guys know that normally when it comes to stocks, I like to buy them when we're below the 100 weekly moving average, right? We can go to 100 or we can do the 150. I do 100 just because I'm going to be dollar cost averaging, right? So typically when we break down below this, it's a great opportunity to buy, and we usually move up very fast. So you can see it takes us a while to catch back up. This time we're not actually moving up like astronomically fast. You can see how quick this move is right there compared to like the years that it's taken for that, right? This rally from beginning to end, like they're really kicking off here, right? It took about, before we stalled out, 189 days, not even a year. Not even a year. Since we really kicked off right here, 1,000 days, almost 1,000 days. A little different. So when we get down below this, I think I probably will choose the 150 moving average. I don't know. I'll probably just do 100, but when we do break down below 150, I'll buy a little bit more heavily, right? Because once we break down below this, I'm much more thinking, oh yeah, I can definitely see us me buying down here for the longer run down the road, you know, the next big cycle. But again, it's just, will we have that same type of bear market because of what's been happening with institutions flooding into the market? I don't know. But what's interesting right now is you are seeing a little bit of a shoulder head and maybe a shoulder over here. So I'm hoping this isn't the top. I think we can still go higher, but that's a fear that's creeping into people's minds right now. I don't think it's going to be a head and shoulders, to be honest, but you just never know, right? But yeah, that's just something in the back of my mind right now. Let me go back over here. There you go. 15. Go to this Bitcoin chart. There we go. Kind of happy to see Bitcoin try to make a rip, but again, we're just back to where we were the other day. It's not like we're making some big move for Bitcoin right now. Hey Marcel, yeah, what do you call it? These tutorials have been pretty good. If you guys haven't watched the tutorials, I encourage you guys to watch them and then ask questions, because that means, oh yeah, you want to know more about this, I can make a tutorial about that then, right? I haven't had a chance to do the post that I wanted to. I've been asking the members in the members videos what they're thinking of, and I've had some good ideas there. But when I'm making these, they seem to be doing okay. I like the results. The first one that I made, of course, it was an hour-long video. I put more time and effort into it. It's got 1,000 views so far, and it's creeping up. It's slow, but it's creeping up, and that's all I care about. That's how most of my videos start. They're very slow. I am gonna make a new split test here. This one was 36%. So I'm going to keep the thumbnail the same. Oh no, this one is actually working out okay too. I'll do these two thumbnails, and then what I'll do is I'll change the titles for each of them, and I'll see how the market reacts to it. Or not market. I'll see how YouTubers react to it. Loki over here is getting needy. You can see his ears poking up. Loki, what's up? Would you like a treat? Can't get a big one, you get a tiny one. Yeah. Were you a good boy today, though? I don't know. Okay, yeah, good boy. Yeah. At least he didn't try to steal it this time. He waited patiently. He's been wanting to play outside all day, and I took him outside, and then he likes to fling rocks behind him, and he hit my toe with a rock, and I was fucking cussing like a sailor. It was not fun. I was like, ah. So he was not happy with, well, he didn't even know he did anything wrong. He was just smiling like this, like, ah. But I was mad. Now he's over here trying to get cuddles. You can see his ears still popping up a little bit more. But I mean, that video has been doing good. The next one right here, the Bollinger Bands one, this one did okay. It's kind of dying off though, to be honest. So I got to figure out if I'm probably going to change the thumbnails again and redo the titles and see how that works. But it got 7 subscribers. People watched it. They enjoyed it. It's just that the click-through rate was really bad. See, only 3.4%, which means my thumbnails were trash, which means I need to fix them up, which will be fine. I'll fix them. I think I'm going to change the color schemes every now and again with these AI looking ones, like these ones and those ones that you guys are looking at. I think I'm going to change the color concept for like green, orange, red, purple, I don't know, rainbow colors, you know. I'll change them around and see how that performs. The ultimate Super trend indicator strategy. This one did well as well. It's still getting some views. It might have a second wave here. I'm happy with how the tutorials are turning out. They're much better than I anticipated, especially since I haven't done them for a while. And then we have this one from a couple days ago. Started off slow, but it's building momentum right now. And then hopefully, you know, again, sometimes they hit 100,000 views. Sometimes they just hit 20,000 views. Who knows? But I'm hoping they can get at least like 10,000, 20,000, because then from there I can have sponsors. When I get sponsors, that means I can do a lot more stuff on YouTube. And speaking of sponsors, Femex is the new sponsor for this channel. So if you guys are looking for a new exchange and you guys are outside the country, give them a look. I will be copy trading on there in the future. I'll also be copy trading on Weeks and Weeks and Ascendex and Blofin. So I went on, like we talked about this a couple days ago. I was like, let me see if I can get this process started a little bit. I got to see how much money I have to really deposit into these exchanges, which is going to be something else. But I'll be able to toss like $1,000 to $5,000 in each account. Maybe. I got bills to pay to you guys. Mainly this website thing going on, which is sucking money. But oh god, it's gonna be so good, so good, so good. But yeah, so we're seeing some good stuff, and of course today's taking off immediately. Not even doing that slow cross, just really going strong. And we'll see how that goes later on. So I'm gonna keep on putting out that content and see where it goes. But some videos, guys, are gonna have like the how to trade smart money concepts for beginners. If it's a really strong tutorial, if it's a trading strategy, I think I'm gonna start going with these titles because it seems to be working a lot better. The best swing trading strategy with a 99% win rate or something like that, right? It seems to work better at getting people to click and watch, which is what I need in order. Like, is it's still the same type of intro and same type of trading strategy setup, right? But it's just people seem to like that stuff a lot more, a lot more. Do I think we will have new all-time highs before the end of the year? Yes, I do. For Bitcoin. For other altcoins, there's Ethereum, yes. Solana, yes. Dogecoin, maybe, if we have a solid move. Right now, Dogecoin is up about 5%. Dogecoin is freaking booming right now. Beautiful. There'll be a lot of altcoins that don't hit all-time highs, but there'll be plenty that do hit all-time highs. So just have a diversified portfolio and you should be fine, right? Like, do you know how happy I am that this portfolio right here, the high-risk one, we've held this for a while, right? Since, what was it, July 1st? Yeah, July 1st. I ended up buying probably all of it since July 3rd, okay? Right before 4th of July. Bought it up. We're basically down only 0.7% this whole time. There are altcoins like this where we just bought one altcoin, just went all in on one altcoin for $400, and we're down 17%. Whole different. But this kind of manages the risk a little bit here because, like you can see, this token is down 40%. But this one's up 73%. Then we have the group portfolio safe. This one's up more than those because we got Bitcoin, Crow, SEI, Ethereum, BNB, real heavy hitters, right? Then a few light ones like Hyperliquid, Pepe, Bubble Maps, and Official Trump. And right now, only 2 out of this safe portfolio are losing us money. Official Trump down 7% and Bubble Maps, which is down 41%. Let me even check out BMT. BMT. It's moving up just like Bitcoin. Yeah, that thing's been going down for a minute, and we bought July. Yeah, we bought. Oh no, I bought right here. This is let's go to the daily chart because I probably bought this July. Oh, I bought it right here. I bought it right there. Yeah. Maybe I should have dollar cost average in there, but I was like, you know what? That was a rough move. What happened on Bitcoin July 5th? Nothing happened with Bitcoin on July 5th. I think an insider must have just sold off a good chunk of it, I guess. But I don't know. One of you guys recommended Bubble Maps to me, so I bought some just to buy some. But I didn't even know they had a token. But I'm still happy I bought it because some of those things you just want to track them and see where they go. And I used to use Bubble Maps a lot on this stream. Maybe I'll bring it back every now and again. That could be kind of fun. Did I see the Trump Bitcoin statue outside the White House? I did see that one. I thought it was well, maybe I didn't see the same one. It was it was somewhere outside the White House. I think it was like on some grass, like by the Washington Monument or something like that. Yeah, the golden Trump. That thing looks sweet. Too bad he's not here to see it right now because he's in England. But that thing looks nice. And hey, Digital K, happy to see you. Marcel low-key is a good boy. Yeah, right. He's chill. He's very, very chill right now. He's enjoying his best life. It's hot outside, so he's basically been playing outside, coming in for a bunch of water, go back outside, back and forth, back and forth. I've been staying hydrated. I got my water bottle in the dishwasher right now, so this is my second favorite water bottle. It's just a container meant for like, you can like seal it and stuff like that, but it's like the perfect water bottle. I've loved these things for so long. Normally I hold peppers, beans, rice and stuff in them. Like I have like 4 different types of rice upstairs in these types of containers. But just having water, an electrolyte packet, some ice, great. I've been coughing a little bit today and I don't know why, so I'm kind of worried. I'm coming down with some allergies or something because of the sun coming out. It's not sickness because I'd feel like, you know, I feel sick. Or I can tell when I'm getting sick. But almost got a little bit of a sore throat right here from coughing over the last day and a half. This hot weather that came over here for Washington, it's kicking up some pollen and it's my body is not liking it at all. You can hear my nose is a little stuffed up too. Please, Trump, it's too much winning. Do I have a service where people can buy and easily copy your portfolios without having to watch the whole video, specifically to get the buy signals faster, like a service of certain milk order? No, I have never done that because I didn't know the legality of doing something like that. Like I've talked about that with stuff that, like with my friends who are attorneys who are like millionaire attorneys, like millionaire, like they are great attorneys, right? You'd be surprised who you meet at a cigar lounge. And they're like, saying, hey, it's probably just not worth it to go down that road. So I've never really done it. What I am going to try to do is I am going to try to start copy trading on platforms. That way it's like you guys can sign up and do that type of stuff. I've never liked to do the paid systems. I've never liked to do the paid systems all too much. And that's partly because I just don't understand how to get that system up and running and the text messages or the Telegram auto messages and stuff like that. I've never been able to do that. In the future, I will have a system like that. But it won't be paid. To get access to it, you'll have to sign up with my link to an exchange that I use that's like paying me or sponsoring the channel basically, and it's like the business side of YouTube, right? And then so you sign up using that link, you put money in there and you trade, then you get the signals, and then when I say buy, you buy, you use leverage or whatever, and the exchange gets the fees, I get a portion of the fees, and then they get the signups and stuff like that, then you get a winning trade, right? That's probably how it's gonna be. And of course, if you want to, because nobody's paid me to do this yet, you can always just like sign up, deposit $100 to get the free signals that for the rest of your life, and then just use the signals for wherever you were trading originally. Don't feel like you're obligated to, do all that other stuff. There's business to it, but I'm also like, I try not to be too business focused on this type of stuff. Most of my business is going to be from the people that don't watch my channel. That's why I'm investing so heavily in the website. People are going to be looking into how to trade. What does this mean? What does this mean? They'll find the website. They'll sign up for exchanges. They'll sign up for Lux Algo, Market Cipher, whatever. They're going to sign up for all that stuff, and I'll get my little kickbacks from that. I'd rather just use the streams for chilling and things like that. But when it comes to trading signals, it'll most likely just be a trading bot. Like, I won't have time. Like, my thing is I have extreme ADHD. I'm not really an efficient guy. I'm horribly inefficient, which is why I like trading, because trading, I can literally do whatever I want to. I see that my buy signal has kicked in. Therefore, I can swing trade and make money, or day trade and make money. On Saturday, when that new strategy comes out, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about there. It's a trading strategy specifically meant for the Bitcoin 30-minute chart. That's basically what it's meant for. So when you see it, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" But it's like because it uses a lot of the same things we already use, but we use them in a different way, And because we use them a different way, you're able to get a different result for a specific time frame where it works very well. But as for now, no, nothing like that. What'll basically happen is I start doing copy trading, and I'm going to try to figure out the best way to do it, because if I get a buy signal and I'm copy trading on like 4 different exchanges, so that way you guys don't have to switch exchanges so fast, I have to go to each exchange and go buy, next tab, buy, next tab, buy, next tab, buy, next tab, buy, right? And I'll probably do 10x leverage or something like that. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how I can work that in there. But I kind of, like I told you guys yesterday, I was gonna send like a blank message to all my brand managers and everybody I know the exchanges, see if they can help me out, and like every one of them responded, "Oh heck yeah, let's get started." So I'm like, oh, now I got a bunch of them, looking to get me going on that. But one is gonna be Femex Weeks, Ascendex, Blowfin, maybe BYD. I'm not sure about BYD. So at least 4 right now. I'm probably forgetting one, but regardless, it's fine. But yeah, so there's going to be some good moves happening here. But no service as of yet. I've just never liked charging people like that. The only service I can really envision charging is the memberships for this channel, where I actually give you some stuff for it, right? And then the newsletter with the premium newsletter that comes. There's going to be a free newsletter, then a paid newsletter for all that really extra gritty stuff for people that really want in-depth analysis and stuff, which will be fine. And that'll be it. One of the things I plan on doing here for members, because the members have been awesome. I think I have backups like 15, 20 members, which is great. So you know how I have these trading tutorials? I'm going to redo them, but I'm going to add in maybe 1 or 2 more indicators to really break down exactly when to sell to take your profit, and then afterwards, kind of how to grow afterwards. So it'll be kind of another tutorial, but like more of an in-depth version for the members, to say thanks to them, because there's only so much I can just talk about my personal thoughts on there, right? I need to give you guys some good stuff or a trading signal here and there. Maybe members will get, no, I don't know how to do that with YouTube. Maybe I'll do a members only post, but I think people would see it too late, right? But yeah, I'll come up with some ways for sure. I'm just not sure. I don't want to like just say, hey, pay for this, pay for this, pay for this. That's not necessarily my style. I prefer to make a business out of it. Like, Crypto Face has Market Cipher. Benjamin Cohen, he does Into the Cryptoverse. Digital Asset News has his Digital Asset News website. Me, I'm going with the cryptomanual.com, but how that's going to turn out is it's expensive. But when you go to Investopedia and stuff like that, it's basically going to be this, with a different layout, a different vibe, for sure. But I don't care about bonds, ETFs, options, commodities, but trading, yes. Automated investing, no. Brokers, fundamental analysis, markets, no. I'm not going to care about any of that. Maybe automated investing, but I don't really care about any of this stuff. It's basically going to be cryptocurrency, trading, maybe fundamental analysis, maybe, and automated investing. Really just those 4 things. But it's all going to be tied into cryptocurrency, right? If I have a simulator, which I'll have some tools and stuff like that built into it, it's going to be for crypto, leverage, how much am I paying in fees if I do this type of thing, right? Banking, no, we're going to be doing crypto banks, right? Crypto banking, where you can hold your Bitcoin, and when you buy something, it sells you Bitcoin automatically, and then it gives you the money to pay for whatever you're looking for when you do Apple Pay or whatever, or use your card, all right? Personal finance, budgeting and saving, there's not going to be much of this at all in the beginning. It'll most likely be more of crypto education, and then we'll have like crypto credit cards, buying a house, mortgages with credit, with crypto. There'll be different ways, but you guys know it's all going to be like crypto focused. We're going to have our blinds on, because I don't want to be this type of company. This type of company must employ a bunch of people. I don't want to employ people. In my dream world, and I know this is such a long, like a crazy thought, and it's a goal that's out there for me, trust me. But my goal is that with this website, I can make like $50,000 a month off of it, because people are signing up to like courses that I'm selling if they want access to those. People are paying for the premium newsletter. People going to the website, they will click on the ads and stuff like that. Not ads, Google ads. I'll have a couple ads on there. AdSense, that's what it's called. And then people will sign up with my exchanges and my affiliate links, and it'll just drive a bunch of that stuff. And I'm helping them choose the product that's best for them. And by doing that, if they use my affiliate link, right, I'll get like, if they buy a Ledger Nano wallet, I get like a few bucks for it. Not even a lot for a wallet, which is crazy, but I get a little bit of money, right? So I'm hoping to be that gold standard. And then I have the educational part. And then maybe if I become more prominent because of that website, because I'll have like the About Me section in there as well, maybe I'll get paid like $5,000 to do a speaking gig or something, which would suck because I'm terrified of giving talks. Terrified. But I'd come there for the free drinks and party. So, that's my style. Yeah, but when this website comes out, I'm gonna be super excited. It's gonna be a first draft. It'll be out for a while, and then we'll keep on adding more stuff to it as time goes on. But I'm pretty excited for it. Very, very excited for it. Let's see, anything else here? I don't think so. No, so far we're good. Just get ready for some of those tutorials coming out. If you guys haven't watched my latest tutorials, please do. They are pretty effective. They are pretty good. But just pay attention to what I'm trading on. Normally I keep a lot of these strategies for Bitcoin. So I'm saying Bitcoin does well, and look at the time frames and how I'm using them, because that's the best way to be using them right now. And then give it a little bit of a test with some paper trading, some demo trading, if you will. And then if it works a couple of times for you, start putting your own money behind it and see how much you're making off of it. It'll make you some good money. At least it does for me. All right. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Loki gets one more treat here. I'm probably my friend wanted to know if I was going to go out tonight, but I'm almost thinking of just taking a freaking nap because I'm exhausted. You guys can see my eyes are heavy. Eyes are heavy right now. But I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 o'clock. There's nothing really going on tomorrow. This next week is going to be pretty calm until we hit next Friday with the PCE data. But I think I think we're still going to be choppy, but I still like where we're at. So I don't think anybody needs to panic and sell or do anything right now. I'm much more of, I know it's going to be choppy. I know we have an opportunity to go higher, but I need to play it safe right now and just let the market do its thing. Because I know if I hold a few more months, even my positions are already up like 60, 70%, even over 100% in some of those positions, they'll be up like 1,000%. So I just need to be patient. Yep. Snatch, snatch, snatch.